kind of stuff just gets me all riled up. Got my little sweatsuit on, and emotions were on a very deep low. I feel like I'm always wearing this sweatshirt, but it's just so comfortable. What am I gonna do? Not wear it? No. I'm currently waiting on a call with my bank. I feel like it was about a month ago that I talked about procrastinating on a call with my bank and procrastinating on things that you need to do. And oh boy, somehow I did it again. I don't like it when I can't do things online, especially things related to money. When I have to actually talk to someone, just introduces too many opportunities for them to start asking questions and inquiring about different things. It's like, I just want to do this. This is what I want, just do this. I generally at this point feel like I have a really good relationship with my money, but I even have times where I feel that intimidation factor creep in. And what I've learned, and something I'm always trying to remind myself, is if I am ever feeling intimidated, the best way to counter that is to empower yourself and to inform yourself on the things that you're thinking, and to really stay on top of your own finances and understand them, because you know what works for someone else might not work for your situation, and you're the only one that really knows like what your situation is. So just kind of like how you have to take control of your health, like you also have to take control of your financial health. Unrelated, but is anyone else a phone call doodler? If I'm waiting on hold or if I'm on a phone, like I just end up doodling random things, and this is my doodle page. How are you doing today? Perfect. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, let's put it up here.
That was so much easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, was it?
Mom, it was ridiculous, and he was so easy to work with. Oh my god.
So tell me what happened.
I really shouldn't have gone and picked up dinner tonight, but alas, I did, because it was a day. I got some hummus from Fresh. It has like chickpeas in it and tomatoes and a lemon and this pita bread with all the seeds. I got fries, and then they also threw in this new sapsucker organic sparkling tree water in orange. I love this movie. Who doesn't love this movie? It's a classic. While I was out, I also stopped by at the pharmacy, and while I was there, I found some treats. Well, these are peanut butter cups from Lilo & Co. I've had these before, and they're so delicious. I love popping them in the fridge. And I also found the new Smart Sweet watermelon sour melon bites. I've had them in the States for a bit now, but it took a while to get to Canada because I think they had to reformulate something for the Canadian market. If you've never heard or tried Smart Sweets before, they have like tons of candies that have very minimal sugar in them. So this one only has 3 grams of sugar for the whole bag. Still think the peach rings are my favorite. I wish they were just a little bit more watermelon-y. Watermelon-y. Oh, I love having treats. I am currently waiting for coffee to brew, but I just finished my morning workout. I actually a couple days ago wrapped up the 21-day tone with Blogilates. I think I talked about in my last vlog. Killer workout. Even though they're 21 minutes, I felt like there were multiple days where I was super sore. So I feel really proud that I got through that. The only ones I didn't do with her were the flexibility ones. I went to yoga with Adrian because I didn't have bands. No, why? No, she had like some sort of equipment that I didn't have. So I just did a yoga flow instead. But now coffee is ready. Did I just spend 5 minutes changing the icons and names on the Netflix profiles for the family? Yeah. Really proud of that one. It is coffee time. I've been having a little bit of a lazy day. Not a lazy day, a restorative day. We're rebranding that. I actually just finished voice noting my cousin Nikki. My cousin Nikki is also a YouTuber. For those of you who don't know, her channel is Health Nut Nutrition. She just gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Sage. Sage is the newest little member in my family, and it's obviously been a little weird not to be able to spend as much time with each other in person as much as I know we would be in normal circumstances. So those voice notes are nice for us to stay connected. Voice notes, in addition to FaceTime and phone calls, like, it's just another tool to use to get those check-ins with people that you care about. In our chat today, we were talking about this photo album that I just recently put together. Last weekend, I printed photos from a local photo printing area in the city. I put them into this album that I got for Christmas, which actually looks like a coffee table book. It's so sleek, but then you just open up the magnetic part here and it's a full-on photo album. I don't usually show family members in here. Let me find something. Speaking of Nicola, that is me and Nikki. The first day of her book release, her cookbook release. That was us at a Perrier event. Me and Maddie, my grandmother, standing in front of the book, the cookbook in stores. I have photo frames all around my apartment. I love like being surrounded by photos of my loved ones. So I've been meaning to update them for like 2 years now. And finally last Friday, it just was like, okay, we're gonna do it. I got them printed. It was a whole like activity for me to do. I love my family, I love my friends, and it just feels good to have this to get fuel from whenever you need it, right? I also like the idea of being like a photo album person. I think that's like a vibe that seems appropriate for me. So need to keep up with that. Hopefully it won't take me years and years to develop or print more photos again. I figured that this would be a good time to work on an activity, try out something that I've wanted to wait to try on camera, which is a wax seal stamp kit that I got off of Amazon. This kit cost me $18 Canadian. I'll have it linked down below, but it comes with 3 wax sticks, a melting thing, 2 candles to melt it with, and the emblem that it stamps is a rose, which feels appropriate. Fun fact, my mom actually wanted to call me Caitlin Briar Rose De Silva instead of Caitlin Marie De Silva because she really liked Sleeping Beauty. That is not why I got the rose, it was just what came in the kit, but it does have some significance to me. So I have fondness for the rose. I have no idea how to do this. I see people on TikTok do it all the time. Surely it can't be that difficult. I have a piece of paper here to do the stamping on. I'm so excited. This is the kind of stuff just gets me all riled up. Like, let's stamp something. Also coffee, man, this coffee is hitting really good. Okay. Said to make sure it's like the consistency of honey so it doesn't run too much. I think that's enough. Oh my God, this is so fun. Oh, shut the front door. What? See that? Wow. So official looking. Okay, let's do it another try. I'm also very impressed by the fact that there's no wax on the stamp itself. I gotta say, anyone who has to pay someone to do this for their wedding invitations totally get why it's an extra cost. My other question is gonna be, how do I clean this doohickey, the metal spoon? And seal. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. You see how like there's a nice thick rim around it? Like, whereas this, well, this one we won't talk about, but the first one I did didn't have that. I've already gotten better. It is a new day. Hello. Well, I guess for you it's just been a few seconds since we last spoke, but it's been about 12 hours since I last popped on here, and I was not having a good night last night. I feel like after I shot those clips, I just kind of started getting in my head about things, and emotions were on a very deep low. Tears were shed, and I'm feeling kind of like that post blues, just like, whoa, what happened? Haze, I guess. I don't know if it's just because today is the first day of March and we're hitting that 1 year point of the pandemic where even a couple weeks ago I was going through my photo feed and I saw like that week that we went into lockdown, and I was just like, this is wild that March 2020 was such a transformative month. It began as one thing, it ended in something else, and it's just kind of like stayed that way this year. And I think it's inevitable that as much as like I've adjusted accordingly and like tried to make the tweaks where I need to so that I, you know, don't get too in my head all the time, like it happens. And last night was definitely one of those nights where I'm just like, oh, I'm exhausted. And I say that also knowing that, you know, I'm exhausted, but there are other people that have it a lot worse. So you don't want to complain about it. But then I also don't want to not like address the fact that I sometimes have those moments, and that's okay for me to have. I don't know if any of that made sense, but yeah, I don't know. And then too, like work sometimes stresses me out because I feel like I'm not pushing ahead as fast as I want to, and that is something that like is a constant struggle with what I do. And then your sense of self sometimes gets wrapped up into what you do with the work that you put out, and you know, how good your last video performed, or how good you feel about your last video or last post. Like it is like, so it's just mental gymnastics. And things are never, I always feel, or I use the phrase, I'm a hamster on a hamster wheel, because it just feels like it just doesn't end. Like you're just constantly like going. There's not like a contentness, a pause with being a content creator. And it's like the best job ever, but it's something, it's a part of the job that, you know, everyone doesn't like aspects of their job. There's like, that aspect is sometimes tough to mentally, just to get through that idea of like, you're just constantly pushing things out. And again, like, I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. I'm not. I'm just, sometimes those feelings really come to the surface. And for the most part, I'm really good at managing things, and I have my coping strategies, and I do my self-care, and I've really been like moving my body lately, which I think has been huge. So I've been taking time for myself, but I have those moments, and I kind of going through a little blip right now, and I just figured I would put it out there so that it doesn't seem like I always have my shit together, because I don't. I'm still trying to navigate things all the time. And so like, what do I do to get out of this funk? Well, I'm having a hard time thinking about that right now, because I just kind of want to wallow in it. But I think like when I am, like right now I'm in this, I'm feeling these things, and I recognize that I have the power to change my perspective on things. I can either like continue to feed those thoughts, or I can continue, or I can choose to pivot a bit, not mask, but just, you know, not feed them, because I don't think that's good either. I think I'm going to watch a couple YouTube videos on my lunch that are gonna make me laugh. I'm going to maybe read a little bit. I have a coffee in an hour that I think is gonna make me really happy. And also talking about it, which I talked about it with my parents last night. I'm talking to you. I think a big part too, like why sometimes it's hard for me to always like open up on camera about the times that I am like not feeling myself, is like they're usually temporary feelings. So I'll feel it. Like last night I felt it very intensely, and I just didn't feel like picking up the camera. But then this morning I woke up and I'm like, oh, like I'm kind of out of the thick of it. So it feels like, oh, well, why am I gonna share that now? Like I don't feel, even right now, I don't feel as in tune with what I was feeling last night. If I don't share it, then then you just think that I'm like going along my merry way, and not a problem in the world, which is far from the truth. I even tried to do some retail therapy last night. Didn't buy anything, shocker, but I managed to resist that. I did, however, watch Emperor's New Groove, and I started watching Moana. So when in doubt, turn on a Disney film, you know? But thank you. for listening to me just like kind of chit chat during this little part of the video. I really do appreciate those of you who check in and those of you who watch my content, because I always think about how this period of my life would be a lot harder to navigate without feeling like connected. Like, I feel connected to my loved ones, but I also feel really connected to you guys during this past year, and I've really gotten a lot of strength from putting out content and chit-chatting with you on Fridays when I upload and talking to you in my DMs and through the newsletter and all these things I do. Like, that really does help me out, and I can only hope that what I put out is in some way making you feel good. I hope it doesn't make you feel worse. That would be awful. But that's like the goal, is that I can give you something, a little taste of what you give me. Side note though, I have been doing Crest white strips, 3D white strips, not sponsored, just thought I'd share. I think my first box I did was 2 years ago, and I'm doing it again, not because my teeth are particularly, like, even though I drink a lot of coffee, my teeth are actually pretty stain resistant, but it has been like a nice little freshen up. Comes in these, I don't know if you've ever had white strips before. They're kind of annoying after I think the 40-minute mark. I start getting over it. Oh, the sun disappeared. Oh, she's coming back. But yeah, they've been making quite a difference so far. Whoa. Anywho, can you hear me over the wind? But yeah, they were on sale the other day, and I was like, you know what? I got nowhere else to be. I'll teeth whiten for an hour every day. Maddie and I are spending our Tuesday night looking at and hemming and hawing the pros and cons of different air purifiers. So that's what 24 and 23 is looking like for us.
It has almost 5,000 reviews.
Oh, is it the Rigo?
Yeah.
Do you have the $12 coupon too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Popcorn maker.
Well, if you like popcorn, it's a healthier way to eat it for sure.
They just have the terracotta sheets.
Oh, that's a conversation.
This is truly the most adult Amazon order I've ever had.
Oh, she got it. I just got this PR package from the Lavender shop. Hi Caitlin, we hope you love our new Artist of Life lounge set. We created this set in hopes that you will wear it as a reminder of your power as an artist of life. I mean, look at how cute this color is. Comes with some shorts. This set is made with 100% cotton and ethically in Los Angeles. So thankful for that. That's such a nice little pick-me-up gift. What I'm super excited for is the new Cassandra Clare book called Chain of Iron. It's the second book in the Last Hours trilogy. The first book right here, I've dog-eared some pages, so I'm gonna have to review those. I also think there's a few videos that recap what happened in this book, so I'm gonna watch them, because honestly, I'm a little iffy on the details, but once I do that, I think I'm gonna dive into this tonight, and this is just gonna be such a nice book to read this week into the weekend. I'm always talking about Cassandra Clare's books because they just give me such a warm, nostalgic feeling. I kind of say that Twilight is what made me really discover reading, but City of Bones was the series I read right after Twilight, and that's what cemented my passion for it. And it's like just really neat that I'm 24 years old and I'm still reading books by this author with characters that I read about when I was, you know, in my early teens. Stunning cover, right? Both of these, just stunning. Got my little sweatsuit on, and I've already started diving in to the first chapter of that book. This is actually the other book that I'm also reading, Contagious by Jonah Berger. I started the first chapter this morning. So that's the duo right now. I am also realizing, as like a mini reading journal update, that this is the first serious notes I'm taking for a fantasy novel. These are the notes for chapter 1. So I can predict that this book is gonna take up quite a few pages in here, and I'm gonna have to figure out like a style for taking the notes, because currently I'm reading and stopping. but I'm gonna see if I can maybe do a system where I read a chapter and then do like just the brief notes, which I thought I was being brief here. This is 36 pages worth of notes, which isn't too bad. Gotta say, loving the vibes that I can create in this room right now with the Philips Hue lights. So we can go blue, ooh, green, orange, which I guess is like more true to like regular light, white. I personally like a dark pink purple vibe, and you can make it more intense or less intense, so I go less intense, and this is pretty fun, although this is a little bit more pink than usual. It's coming on very purple. Fix that. Can't have it looking like that when you're here. I did, in fact, get dressed today. I talk about this a lot, but I find that when you're feeling kind of meh, getting dressed and into something that makes you feel good can do good things for your noggin. I've been hearing a lot of murmuring on the internet about these new brown sugar oat milk Starbucks beverages, and I thought, well, I don't have oat milk, but I do have soy milk. I do have brown sugar, and I have a frother, so I could probably make something in the same spirit as it. It's not gonna be cold, it's not gonna be a proper syrup, but I don't know, I feel like that would be a fun thing. Based on 30 seconds of Googling, I kind of roughed out a recipe. I think I'm gonna heat up some soy milk, a tablespoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then froth that and add it to a shot of espresso. Tell me when it hits a cup. Well, it's a little over, but that's fine. Okay, we got the soy milk in there. I'm gonna just eyeball the vanilla. Yeah, that sounds about right. My $18 vanilla is being put to good use. And I've got my brown sugar and cinnamon, and I am just doing this now. Can I put you here? Please don't fall, please don't fall. Hello? Hi, say hi to the vlog.
Hi, vlog.
Wait, class is done?
No.
I was gonna say. I'm pouring the milk now into my milk frother just to froth it up some more. Okay.
So the question is, if people have developed a way of understanding the world that makes them comfortable, does it matter if it's false? That is an excellent question for discussion. Let me tell you, it even gets online classes going. Okay, tell me that wasn't a good question.
No, it was a good question. I complimented the question yesterday.
Oh, did you try making the oat milk?
It's soy milk, but it has brown sugar in it.
Was that the TikTok you sent me? Did you try it?
Not exactly. Yeah, because they make a syrup, and I was like, oh, I don't have time for that. But
Roll, please.
It's sweeter than what I usually have, but it's good. But it tastes like a soy latte. No, it's a great time, and it did stop me from like going to get that drink. Yeah, it's a win. Do you see the mess?
Not a win.
Not a win. I think it's safe to say that this week was definitely an up and down one for me, but I'm optimistic that I'll be able to have a little bit of a reset this weekend and go into next week with hopefully a better outcome. Let me know what you want to see more of and less of in these vlogs. I always worry with these vlogs, especially now because I can't go out and about as much as usual because everything's locked down here in Toronto still, that it's unexciting to watch and that I'm boring you and I'm wasting your time. I hope that's not the case. I know some people though just like casual vlogs, but I'd like any feedback that you can give me about like what more or less you want to see. It's always super helpful to hear that. I'm gonna go hydrate and do some editing on the video that you are currently watching. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all very soon with a new video. Until then, bye guys.